self-interest, you might be around a lot of people today who seemingly focused on themselves over most other things. Or you could be really focused on yourself, really focused on something you're doing, trying to get something done so that you can feel that, you're managing your situation. This can be a positive or negative thing depending on the context, but it depends. I think if you're on the receiving end of someone else's self-interest, it could feel pretty negative, especially when you matter and they think you don't matter because they matter. We can all matter. Illusion. There could be some kind of self-interest illusion here. There could be an illusion of self-interest. It's interesting because, like I was saying, sometimes it feels like someone else is putting themselves over other people. And it could look like they're actually like very much goal directed and very interested in themselves, but it feels like it's actually more about something else. Something maybe with insecurity or fear or a comparisonitis sort of situation. So there could be this idea that in order to compete in the society that we exist in, we have to be that kind of individualistic, self-interested, 100% goal-directed, focused person, but it might be more performative than most of us realize. You could also be trying to put out there this idea that you're self-interested. You could be in that energy too, where because of the way that our capitalistic, individualistic society tells us we need to be, you could be trying to make it look like that's what's going on for you. I think that's okay. We all have to act a certain way sometimes. And if it's the whole dog eat dog thing, I mean, it's a little bit scary to be seen as the only one that's not self-interested. People could decide, some more self-interested people or someone who's more in that illusionary self-interest could decide that you're open for exploitation. And nobody wants that. Grief. There could be some kind of grief here. Yeah, because if this is an illusion of self-interest, this is actually real self-interest. It's more like fear of loss or fear of exclusion or fear of being marginalized in some way. There could be, like I said, this disconnection. This could be this disconnection from what's real internally for you or for other people, where it could be almost this dissonance that creates a stressful experience where you or other people have to make it look like you're on top of everything and you're busy and you can't take the time to do this and do that and whatever for whatever reason. It feels like it creates more trauma and more stress internally and even externally than it would be if a person was genuinely self-interested, or if a person could say to themselves, community matters, other people's opinions matter. I have a responsibility to other people to help them as well, instead of just focusing solely on my own interests. Because who are we if we're not a part of something bigger than ourselves, right? Have an awesome day.